is Jessamine Ochoa. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, and if you're new, welcome. And I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe down below. I am uploading 2 new videos every week. And make sure you also hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time I post a new video. And if you want to follow me on social media, my Instagram is Jessamine8A. I'll be linking it down below as well. So for this video, I wanted to give you guys some tips and tricks that I have been learning about by a lot of books that I have been reading regarding this, about how to set your goals and make sure that you're able to actually accomplish them. And the next tips that I'm going to be giving you guys are 5 tips that are going to help you to be able to achieve your goals in this new year. These are things that anyone can do and anyone can accommodate to their own goals. So I try to make them as general as possible so that it works for pretty much everyone's intentions and goals that they have for this new year. So I hope they help. So we're gonna get right into the 5 tips that I have for you guys. So the first thing that you have to start out with is writing down all of the goals and intentions that you have for this new year. So you can just start out writing down on just a piece of paper, your journal, wherever. Just write down everything that you would like to accomplish. To try to just have a few goals instead of just having so many that is going to be overwhelming and hard to accomplish. Try to pin them down to have them be more specific and less goals. So for example, I have around like 8 goals, I believe, for this new year. So you can do it according to how you would best like to do it, but I think the best way is to try to reduce them or combine them into like some main goals. And then the other thing is, after you have a goal, for example, if one of them is to start losing weight, you have to make it really specific. So try to make it as specific as possible so that it can be attainable. Because if you make it too broad, it can be overwhelming, and then there's no way that you know how to go about achieving that goal. So I think making it specific is really important. And then the third way to make your goal more attainable is to have a really specific reason, which is why you want to achieve that. So your motivation, which is your why. Why do you want to achieve this goal? Why is it important to you? So it's really important to have that strong motivation and reason behind it, because it's going to be easier for you to accomplish because you have such a strong motivation behind it. I think every year people go through a lot of changes and they want to achieve different things, but they're all due to wanting to become a different version of yourself, a better version of yourself. So you have to link all of your goals back to your motivation and why you want to do that specific thing, so that you're able to have that to rely on, or when you're feeling down or where you don't have any more motivation, you just have to go back and remember why you're doing it in the first place, and they'll just keep you going throughout the year. So now that you have your list of goals that you want to accomplish that are specific, from this point on, I would recommend making a vision board. I personally have a digital version of a vision board. I don't have a printer at the moment, so the easiest way for me to make it was to make it on my iPad. So I just made it on there, and then I took a screenshot of it, and I pretty much have it everywhere. I have it on my iPad as my lock screen, on my phone, pretty much everywhere, so I always have access to it. I would recommend doing this, especially if you're more of a visual person. This is really helpful to always have that as a motivation, to keep looking at it as a reminder of the goals that you have. So another thing that's also part of this is to try to visualize the goals that you have. So this is something that I have been working on since for the past 2 years, I would say. It's about visualizing yourself accomplishing these goals. So I mainly do this through meditation. Of course, you can do it however way you find best for yourself. But for me, I have been, specifically this year, I started doing a lot of meditation. So I do it once in the morning and once in the afternoon. The morning one is when I do most of the visualization. So I look at my vision board and then I try to imagine myself already accomplishing those goals, and kind of just try to imagine it as if you were already accomplishing those goals. It really is going to serve you for motivation, and also because your unconscious brain is already imagining that is happening. So when you actually do all the steps to accomplish those goals, that will always be in the back of your mind, your visualization of you actually accomplishing that goal already. For example, one of my first goals is to grow here on my YouTube channel, to grow my community of people that follow me on this journey, that want to learn. So I want to do this mainly because this is something that I have always wanted to do. I want to be able to inspire other people, spread my happiness, spread what I know. And so this is something that I have always wanted to do. So in order to accomplish this, I have it on my vision board. I have a picture of myself with one of the YouTube plaques, and I actually changed the face of the influencer on there, of the YouTuber, to my own face so that I can actually see myself achieving that goal. So this is something you can do as well. When you put your face on there, you actually can see it and imagine it. And then when I do my visualizations, I actually imagine myself, achieving that goal. And then with the following steps that I'll be talking about here, I'll show you guys what are the next steps that I take in order to actually be able to achieve that in the future as well. So the second step to be able to achieve your goals is to plan out your weeks. So here I have my planner. I recently bought this. I got it from Home Goods. So if you're looking for a good planner, I know Home Goods and other stores like that, like Target and other stores as well, they have a lot of good planners. Find one that works for you because there's different types of planner. I know some of them work better for me than others. So I always try to find the one that works the best for me. And so when you're setting your planner and planning out your week, I would recommend to go and take a look at your vision board while you're planning out your week. That way you can include like daily habits that you can do every single day that are going to help you achieve your goals. So for example, one of my goals is to lose 15 pounds in the next 3 months. And how I go about setting that into my schedule is I schedule my workouts. So I put my workouts for at least 4 workouts a week. I schedule them in my planner, and then that way I know when I have to work out because it's already scheduled on there. So I would recommend doing that for your own goals. You can just take a look at your main goal that you want to achieve for the year and then structure it down to small habits or kind of mini goals that you can have pretty much every week, if possible every day, so that you have it on there, and those are all going to help you to achieve your main goal by the end of the year. So another tip number 3, is to make your goals attainable. So as I said, I try to make them as specific as possible, and then to make them even more attainable, every habit starts out with a cue. You give your brain a cue that you want to do something, and then you go ahead and do it. So for example, if you want to start reading more, if you have your books like far away from you and not in an easy way for you to get them, I would put them closer to you where you can actually see them every day. And that way you'll be able to read more because you have them there. Or you can even like put it on top of your bed, the book that you want to read at night, put it on top of your bed in the morning. And that way when you go to sleep at night, it's already going to be ready for you. And it makes it just easier for yourself to do it. So any little cues that you can give your brain to be able to achieve those goals, I would recommend doing that. It really does help to do that, because that way you are seeing it physically there, and then you'll actually go ahead and do it. So tip number 4 for achieving your goals this year would be to do what is called habit stacking. So habit stacking is something that I learned from a book that I recently read Atomic Habits, and it is when you want to start building a new habit but you don't exactly know how to. The easiest way to do it is to stack it on top of another habit that you already do. This is something simple that you can do, so every time you do something, that cues you to do the new habit that you want to start building. So you can do this with pretty much anything. For example, if after brushing your teeth you want to go for a walk, you can do this. So every time you brush your teeth, you're gonna remember, oh, from now on, after I brush my teeth, I want to go out for a walk, just like a 5-minute walk around. That's something that you can do. So you stack a habit that you want to build into another one that you currently have, and that way the cue is doing your current habit. So tip number 5, which is the last one, to achieve your goals for this new year would be to be flexible, to be able to change your habits if needed, or just tweak them a little bit if needed. So when something is not working out for you, for example, you can always go back and change your goals. You don't have to stick with the goals exactly as you set them out at the beginning of the year, because sometimes things change. There's a lot of changes happening either with you personally, with the environment around you, the people around you. So I think the easiest way to be able to achieve your goals is flexibility, so you don't feel so like stuck and overwhelmed sometimes when having these goals. So it's really important to have that flexibility, that kind of mindset, to know that things might change. You might have to change your goals. You might not be able to achieve all your goals, but to know that that's okay and that you can always change things around, and there's always more time as well to achieve your goals. So yeah, these are the pretty much 5 main tips that I have to be able to achieve your goals in this new year. I hope that they did help. These are some things that I have tried out in the past few years, but that I really want to stick with, especially this year. And I think especially those little tips that I gave you guys about habit stacking and making your goals specific and attainable are really gonna help you to achieve your goals in this new year. I know that they have definitely been helping me so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any other tips as well for achieving your goals in this new year, please make sure to comment them down below so everyone else who watches this video can look at them as well. And so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.